and I'm not the best cook in the world, so we'll see how I do. So before we get too far, let's just go over our ingredients list. We have 2 cloves of garlic and 4 scallions, 2 omega-3 eggs, some soy sauce, 3 cans of tuna, flax meal, extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper, and that's all. This recipe sounds pretty simple. Basically, you just combine all of these ingredients into a bowl, and then you make them into patties, and then you fry them in some olive oil. So that doesn't sound so bad. I'm gonna give it a whirl. Boom, garlic. Scallions on my floor. Okay, in you go. 1/4 cup of flax meal. What's the deal with flax meal? You can buy flax seeds or you can buy ground flax meal, ground flax, same thing. And I buy the seeds because it's a little bit cheaper. A little handheld coffee grinder, and I also use this in my smoothies for extra fiber. Yeah. Now, No Fair's recipe said to beat the eggs, but it seems like a lot of effort to get out the egg beaters and plug it all in, so I'm just gonna whisk. In you go. Teaspoon of soy sauce. Salt and pepper. I like lots of pepper. And finally, of course, the tuna. So I'm trying to drain the tuna really well because I feel like if there's too much moisture in it, it's just doesn't seem like it's gonna work right. So drain your tuna well. In goes. Okay, now I'm gonna mix this guy up with this fork, whoops, without getting too much tuna on the floor. It's gonna be so good, I'm so excited. In hindsight, I probably could have mixed the other ingredients in better with one another first before I put the tuna in, because it would have made it easier to mix this up. But just make sure you mix it up really well so everything is evenly distributed throughout your burgers. Okay, yeah, time to get your hands in it. I'm gonna see what my burgers look like. Yeah, look at that. There we go. That's what these bad boys look like, ready for the pan. And I'm just heating up some oil over here in my pan, and we're gonna throw those bad boys in there. Yum, yum. Here you go, little guy. While the burgers are cooking, it is totally acceptable to dance. That was about 3 minutes on the first side, and they are beautiful and browned. Okay, I think we're ready. It's been about not quite 6 minutes, and that bad boy is brown on both sides. Ooh, look at that! I did it! Heat off. You're good, you're good. Well, let's serve it on a bed of lettuce. I have spinach instead. I hope that's going to be okay. And look how cute it looks. And it smells really good too. I can't wait to try it. Okay, here we go. This is the verdict. Tuna burger, sans bun, naked, bit of spinach. Oh, there we go. Yeah. It tastes fancy. And it really wasn't very hard at all. Like, it tastes way better than a can of tuna. And it was only like 2 minutes harder than opening a can of tuna. So that's pretty awesome. I say verdict, big winner. You've got to try this. Guys, that's it for today in the Roller Derby Athletics test kitchen here.
How to make it. To start with, here's some rump, shoulder and neck that I'll mince with suet into my actual burger. With it, I'm doing some smoked pig's jowl, pickled cucumber, Lancashire cheese, and a relish made from onion, garlic, tomatoes and chilli. I'll serve it all on a toasted muffin with twice cooked rustic chips on the side. Okay, here we've got our quality standard beef to turn into our gourmet burger. We've got rump, neck and shoulder on our suet, which we're going to mince all together. We've got 50% rump and 25% of neck and shoulder in there, and we're going to pop that to the top of our mincer. Our meat's going through now, and we're pushing that through. Okay, and then we'll close the machine down. Got our suet is minced, because whatever you think, it needs the flavour of the fat and it also needs that moisture. Otherwise, you'll have a very dry, boring burger. And we're going to put that through again now, because for the texture of the patty, we need it to go through twice, so we've got that really nice medium to fine texture. And you can see the mince coming out now, and the fat is spread throughout, evenly throughout the burger, so we get that rounded flavour when we come out at the end. Okay, we've got our mince for our burger, and we're going to take approximately 200 grams and pop it into our mould here. Just gently work that into your mould. I've got a little press here that aids me with this. And you'll notice I've got the mould onto a piece of parchment paper, which always helps, okay? So I can flip the burger over like so and make sure it's pressed. And it's as simple as that. Don't forget, you're treating your burger like it's a steak. Salt and pepper on, and pop our burger to the centre of the char grill. And what we're trying to do here as well is get that lovely caramel, we mentioned that word caramelisation a lot, get a lovely caramelisation onto the burger, so we've got that crispy outer and that really delicate centre. Don't forget, with our gourmet burger, we've used 21-day aged beef. That's really important for flavour and for the tenderness and delicacy of our burger, because we're creating something really special. Right, our burger's under the grill now. It's glazing with the Lancashire cheese. All we've got to do now, get it on the plate, and off we go with our gourmet burger. Now comes the easy bit. We've got to present the burger. Here we go. So take our burger, which we've glazed with cheese, and pop it onto our plate there. And let's have a look now. We're going to pop a chili tomato relish here. So that goes sort of nicely on the top there. Don't be stingy with that one. And then we've got our homemade pickled cucumber, 3 or 4 of those. And let everything just sort of feel loose on the plate. And then our pig's jowl, so not ordinary bacon, we're putting our pig's jowl on there. And then finally the pièce de résistance, deep fried onions. Oh, spicy deep fried onions just going on the top there. Pop quickly, because we don't want it to go cold. Pop our muffin top on there, and then chips. You can put as little or as many as you want of these on. And there we go, our gourmet burger.
Pork. So I've got some New Zealand pork mince here, and I'll pop it in there like that. 1 egg, in it goes. Some Dijon mustard, or your favourite mustard, whichever you prefer. I'm using some Dijon mustard, but whole grain, whatever your favourite mustard is, get some in there. A little garlic, it's just been minced up. And the thing I find that's sort of the little secret weapon is I've got some basil leaves, fresh basil leaves. Now, if you can't get fresh basil leaves, use some dried ones. I'm just rolling the leaves up into a roll, just very roughly, and now I'm going to just slice them. There we go. Thinly like that, pick them up and pop them in with our patty mix. Now, it's ready to mix up. We're going to need some salt, and we're going to need a good grind of pepper in there. Feel free to add whatever you like into your patty mix. Extra things in there can always be good, and you can extend your patty mix by adding a few breadcrumbs if you need to. One little tip I'm going to give you that I often do to check that I've got the seasoning right is heat up my pan, just a little bit of olive oil in there. Ready, take a piece, just a small piece of my patty mix, roll it up into a little ball like that, flatten it out and into the pan, and we'll fry it up, we'll have a taste of it, and we'll know whether we add some more salt or we don't. I've been cooking my little tester here, so we'll just pop it down here and we'll cut it open and I'll have a taste. A little bit more pepper. So I've got the seasoning right, just by doing that little tip I gave you of cooking some off. Divide your mix up into equal portions, put it into your hands, make sure your hands are nice and clean, and shape it into whatever size patty you want. I want a good size, about 200 grams of meat. Some olive oil into the pan, and in it goes. While it's cooking, I'm going to show you how to make the slaw. Step 2 is to make our slaw. I've got some white and red cabbage that's just been thinly sliced. I've got some peanuts going in. Then I've got some mayonnaise. Kewpie mayonnaise is the Japanese mayonnaise that I like to buy from the supermarket if I'm buying a bought mayonnaise. It's really good. In it goes, and the secret weapon that's going to go in now, smoked chipotle Tabasco. Really good. That's going to give it our flavour. If you like it spicy, get plenty in. If you don't, not so much. Mix that up, and this slaw will be just delicious. And probably tastes pretty good with a pork fillet or a pork chop as well. Now to assemble our burger. Our patty is ready. Oh, look at that, really good. I've had my burger bun cut in half. I've had that in the oven. I've got an onion ring which I've had in the oven as well. I've got our slaw, pop it on the bun there. Get our slaw in there like that. Hide it in the onion ring there. And this is also going to give us some height with our burger. On top there, always a slice of tomato lurking. Tad more of our slaw on top. On goes our lid. And just to keep everything stable and looking good, I'm just going to grab a little piece of a tomato there. There we go. Through our bun. You know, if you've got a little bit of basil left over, pop that on top. There we go. It's looking pretty jolly fine to me. And of course, it's never complete without a few fries.